வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். குரு வாழ்க, குருவே துணை. Today we are going to discuss the ill effects of worries in body and in mind. First of all, let us know what is worry. It is a psychological problem, the ill state of mind, due to the inability to face physical and mental problems. What are the basic reasons for worries? Everything happens according to the laws of nature. Ignoring the law of nature, so many desires are expected by us to be fulfilled, which may not be happen, that pave the way for worries. Numerous, uncalculable, unfulfilled desires form the basis for worries. Enormous life energy is driven away in the form of worries. Difference between expectation and outcome, requirement and resources, and the difference between physical and mental abilities leads us to worry. Difference of opinion with others can also be a reason for worries. What are the ill effects of worries that our Guru illustrated? As we know, life energy is converted into thoughts. Negative and unwanted thoughts consume so much of life energy, which is not good to anyone. Secondly, so much of biomagnetism wasted in worried state. So deficit in biomagnetism leads to blood pressure, indigestion, ulcer, headache, and respiratory problems in our body. Thirdly, in worried state, the problems in front of us appear in a magnified manner, makes us fear to solve the problems. Lastly, the courage and skills to solve the problems gets diminished in a worried state. To avoid all the ill effects, corrective measures are given by our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi, in which it is one innovative method. Our Guru had given one innovative practical method in which, first of all, we must prepare the list of worries within us. Then classification of the worries should be done, such as problems to be faced, problems to be kept in abeyance, problems to be ignored, and to be solved immediately. Problems beyond us have to be faced and accepted. For the problems get kept in abeyance, patience is required till the assistance from the society. Problems ignored will disappear in time. Some problems to be solved immediately to avoid complications. In this method, we have to follow some regulations. Classification of the problem should be done with care to avoid complications. Secondly, emotional approaches should be avoided to get proper thinking. Then earlier experience should also be taken into account. And then the problems that require immediate attention must be dealt first. Finally, we should not have wrong notion that problems can be avoided totally from our lifetime. It will come and go. We must not complicate. We should not complicate it, overbridge it. This is an innovative process our Guru had given. Our Guru had given one more innovative practice, the introspection, to avoid problems. What is introspection? It is the process of assessing the self, that is, before retiring for the night. Each deed performed during the day should be studied by one and can be analyzed by himself, whether he had done ill or harm to anyone. If mind is practiced by this way, harm-giving activities disappear in time, then mind gets purified, thus peace will restore in us. Let us know how the bad imprints neurophysiologically affect the brain. A worried person with the immoral habits gets attention deficit disorder, ADD. These people are not able to concentrate on their work and even on themselves. Thus, depression arises in them. As usual, drugs was taken to overcome the depressive state of mind. Due to drugs, the orbitofrontal cortex, OFC of the brain, which is responsible for happiness, gets affected. Happiness goes off, so one becomes worried. In course of time, the anterior cingulate cortex ACC, which is responsible for a value system, diminishes. Thus one become socially atrocitic. They never care about society. They behave like animals. After long run, the insular cortex of the brain also gets affected. These size affected, insular cortex affected people go beyond the values. They won't even care their body and even the body of others. For the need of drugs, they even kill the close relatives. By going on taking drugs, dopamine cascade releases in their brain. They feel joyfulness apparently. They want to be constantly on drugs to get this kind of apparent joyness. The genes of these persons also gets affected, thus become epigenetic, give their bad traits to their children, which will become the Sanchita karma for subsequent generations. By knowing the physiological factors, one must be a meditator to stay in peace and harmony. We cannot get happiness from outside. Inner travel alone helps for happiness. Who is a happy person? Happiness depends upon what he is, but not what he has. The person with billions of wealth may not be happy, but a person having small basic requirements may be happy. Worldly things only stimulate happiness, it won't give us happiness. But the mind with calm and contentment is able to free from worries. How to get peace and contentment? It is possible if we are able to realize the phenomenon of who am I. By practicing constant meditation, one can aware that I am not the body-mind complex. I am the divinity. The body and mind are objects given to me to neutralize the sin imprints based on bad habits and live happily. Let us know the illustration given by Vedic literature, in which if you ask the question, am I the body? The answer is no, because the body is changing from childhood to till now. Most of the time we won't have body conscious. We have body conscious only when we feel sick. So I am not the body. Then if you ask, am I the life force? It is also an object. Sometimes the life energy goes to the peak and sometimes to the low level. It is also changing, so it is not me. Then, am I the mind? Mind also changes with moods, so I am not the mind. Then who am I? I am the pure consciousness which is invariable, manifesting the variables, the body, the life force, and the mind. The consciousness is me. The body is a garland to the consciousness, stretched with three threads such as karma, thought, and desire. By this way of understanding and practice, the sufferings of the body and mind never affect us. We can able to remain in stillness, thus worries do not peep out. This is the illustration given by Vedic literature to get rid of worries. One more practice to get rid of worries is, as our Mahan said, we know we are having three stages of mind. The outer strip, the conscious mind, and the other two are subconscious and unconscious mind. The outer layer, the conscious mind, is having the record of present thoughts and deeds of us. In time, the thoughts and deeds will get into the sub and unconscious mind and it become prarabdha karma. By constant meditation, the strip of the conscious mind increases. The enlarged conscious mind can able to control evil and negative thoughts of oneself. Increased conscious mind increases the will to think good and to do good, to get happiness and to avoid worries. Some people will say, we have to suffer with the unchangeable karma. They will say, it is our fate, it is our destiny. But it is not so. By practicing good thoughts and deeds, we can change our hyperplastic mind towards goodness. Happy hormones such as dopamine, endorphin, and serotonin will secrete in our body. Thus, happiness blooms. Injecting the dopamine, endorphin, and serotonin won't give us happiness because it is a first person result. It must be secreted within our system. In one experimental study, One set of students were assigned for service and the other group were asked to enjoy themselves. When their happiness measured scientifically, those assigned for service the happiest than those who were asked to enjoy themselves. Thus, serving others soak us in happiness, and worries can be eradicated by this way. Constant meditation and practicing karma yoga, habitating good thoughts and deeds makes us happy. As we are all members of the World Community Service Center, let us do service to others and to ourselves and to be soaked in happiness, get freed from worries. வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வளமுடன் வாழ்க வையகம்.